Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. So yesterday we had discussed about the keys in SQL, right? We had discussed that what are the keys which we have in SQL, what does that actually mean, and why are basically the keys used, and what different types of keys we have discussed, and even we have gone in detail with some of the keys, right? So let me quickly take a review of the previous like work which we have done out, whatever we have learned, and after that I'm moving towards the new ones. Okay, great. So let's go ahead. So here it goes that what are the keys in SQL? So it is an attribute which helps you to identify out a row in a table. So the case is that whenever you just want to identify out a row in a table, so in that case we use out the key. So these are type of an attribute. Okay. So and even they are basically used for finding out the relations as well. Relations between the rows, between the tables and all those cases, right? So in total, we have 7 keys here in the SQL, which are followed by super key, primary key, candidate key, alternate key, foreign key, compound key, and surrogate key. These are the 7 total keys which we have out here. So let's move towards the very first key, that's the super key. What is that actually? So it's a group of single or multiple keys which identifies out a row in our table. Right, so this is what super key is, that it is a completely group of single or multiple keys which helps to identify out rows in a table. What about the primary key? So primary key, it is a column or a group of columns in a table that uniquely identify each row in our table. And when we talked about the candidate keys, so candidate keys are a set of attributes that uniquely identify out the rows in a table. So it's basically belonging to a super key. It's a kind of a super key which do not have any repeated attributes, right? So yeah, this was a quick recap of all the basically all the keys which we have seen yesterday, right? Now let me quickly take out a color from here so that we can proceed on with some new things for today, right? So I will just take on this one and let's start with the number fourth key, right? Let's discuss the rest of the keys. Okay, so we had discussed till the candidate. Next we are having the key, that's alternate key. So here goes the alternate key. Okay, one second. Yes, all the above three were discussed. After that we are left out with, okay, actually here I just missed on writing one of the key, that's the composite key. That's also one of the keys which I completely missed on. Sorry for that. So here we could just add this as number 7 and here comes the number 8, total 8 keys. Okay, great. So yeah, here we begin with the alternate key. So what are these? So I could just write that it is a column, it is a column or I could say or group of columns. It is a column or group of columns right here. So it is a column or a group of columns in a table. In a table, I'm just not going to write out that uniquely. So here goes that uniquely identify identify every row. So every row in a table, right? So alternate keys, it is a column or a group of columns that uniquely identify out the every row in a table, right? This is what alternate keys actually are. Fine. Next let me move towards next key, and now we have the foreign key here. So here goes the foreign key, right? Fine. So I could say about the foreign key that it is a column, it is a column that creates, it is a column that creates a relationship between two tables. So this foreign keys, it is a basically it's a column that creates out the relationship between two tables, right? So what's the main purpose? Okay, what's the main purpose of the foreign keys? The main purpose of foreign keys is basically to maintain out the data integrity. And first one is to maintain out the data integrity, and the second one is basically to basically to allow navigation between two different instances of an entity. So it as well allows basically the movement and the changement, the navigation between two different instances of an entity. This is one another use of the foreign key. Right, hope I gave you a clear idea even regarding that what's the foreign key. So it is a column that creates a relationship between two tables, right? And this is completely used to maintain out the data integrity and and allow the navigation between the two different instances of a entity, right? Hope you are very much clear with this foreign key. Okay, next we move towards the next topic, and that we are having here as compound key. Right, now let's understand, let's see that what compound keys actually are. Fine, so I would just write that it has two or more attributes. It has two or more attributes that that allow you to uniquely recognize a specific record. So here goes the record. Great. Right. So what's a compound key? So it has first of all two or more attributes, which what they actually do. So they allow you to uniquely recognize a specific record, right? So this is what is the compound key actually. Other than that, basically here in the compound key is it is possible that each column may not be unique by itself within the database. This is one it basically one case can be there that each of the column is not unique within the database, right? This can as well one of be the cases, right? So, compound key, it has two or more attributes that allow you to uniquely recognize out a specific record, right? So, yeah, hope this compound key is as well very much clear to you. After that, we are having here the composite. So, here goes the composite key. Great. Let me get out some space for writing out. Fine. Now, what is a composite key? So, it is a so okay, I will just write that it is a only. So, yeah, it is a combination. It is a combination of two or more columns that uniquely QUELY. Right, so composite key, it is a combination of two or more columns that uniquely identify rows in a table. So that uniquely identify the rows in a table, right? Yeah. So this is what composite key actually is. So it is a combination of two or more columns that uniquely identify the rows in a table, right? This is the composite key. Other than that, basically the combination of the columns which are actually made out that we were just talking about. So these combinations as will guarantee out the uniqueness to you through the individual and through individual uniqueness is actually not guaranteed, but yeah, they basically give you a guarantee out the uniqueness as well in this composite key. Right, hope you're clear with this as well. And now moving towards the last key which we are having here, and that's okay, let me get out a space for writing. So that's surrogate key. This is the next key that we are having and that we are gonna deal with, right? Fine. So what it is, okay. So it's a little bit different from other all of the keys which we have studied. So it is I could just write first of all like this, that it is an artificial key. So it is an artificial key. So it is an artificial key which aims to uniquely identify. Great, fine. So it is an artificial key which aims to uniquely identify out each record, right? So this is what surrogate key actually is. So it is an artificial key first of all, and what it actually do, so it actually aims to uniquely identify each record. Okay, so here it is somewhat record like this. Okay, yeah. After that, basically these are the kind of keys which are unique because they are created whenever you just do not have any natural primary key. So in that case, these surrogate keys are being created, right? Okay, let me quickly go above for a while and let me take a quick revision of all of the keys which we have discussed. So we have discussed about the alternate key. So it is a column or group of columns that uniquely identify every row in a table, right? What about the foreign key? So it is a column that creates out a relationship between the two tables. Moving towards the compound key, so it has two or more attributes that allow you to uniquely recognize a specific record. Then we have composite keys. So what is it? It is a combination of two or more columns that uniquely identify rows in a table. And moving at last to the surrogate keys. So it is an artificial key which aims to uniquely identify each record, right? So hope you got out the idea regarding all of these keys which we have here in the SQL, and within the next videos we'll be seeing about the practical of these, how to declare a primary key, how to declare a foreign key, how to declare candidate keys. All of these things we'll be seeing in the practical onto the MySQL workbench, right? So this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.